Didn't play today, mate. Qualified 3 weeks ago.
Alright, sorry guys. I hadn't realised this match started, and then I've actually just had Brett Rogers help me learn how to cue the ball again. And I'm going to give the guy a big rap, because I'm telling you right now, if you want to learn how to cue the ball, you go and speak to Brett. Nobody else in Australia but this man, because he just fixed my action for a shot that I've been having a lot of trouble with in about a minute and a half. I don't think anyone else can do that. So thanks, mate. Butters has joined in commentary. He's been AWOL for a bit because he's been working and playing lots of pool. Joel has been pulling himself out of the fire all the last 2 days, basically, since he's been on the loser side. He's been behind in a lot of matches and he's clawed back. He's just wearing his opponents down. He is, mate, and he prepares himself well. But the problem is, the other mental giant in this game, he's playing right now. Yeah, and obviously it's pretty. Sounds silly to say, but Rusty's got the double chance. He's I still in my eyes his favourite, not because of the double chance. I just think he earned that double chance because he's actually playing better than anyone in the room at the moment. So. Yes, and he was $1.50 with once the double chance occurred. I went and chucked a lazy 100 on him. Thought, see if I can steal a quick 50. And but I did say to Trevor, I said I really actually need probably Joel to be eliminated to kind of half guarantee it. Well, let's face it, he had no chance of winning if that ball stayed there, and he's put himself in a position where Alex still got to make a good out. I think he's just played the promotional shot and he's going to look at go game still. That's what Hal was looking at as well. he's missed. He sort of double cued it after he played it, knowing that he missed the pot. And that's unexpected. And however, Joel still, well, in my eyes, doesn't really have a simple out because they red up the top corner. Yeah, he can definitely take some control. He's looking at it to do it immediately, and why wouldn't you? But this actually has to be played perfect because the way he plays is he'll leave a nick to the middle, and if the red goes underneath along the cushion, it'll be natural position. So this is a very, very important shot. Well, and he has done exactly that. He's left it on. Yeah, and Joel had to play that a little bit softer so the yellow stayed on the cushion. And Alec don't miss these too often. Jeez, he just did another double cue then. I thought he might have missed it for a sec, but he was no worries. Yeah, I don't even think he's thinking about in over, rather. He just gets up. Always a good feeling, that. I like to bury the hole deep. Well, you have your mobile phone in your pocket, crack the screen. I've done that a couple of times already in the life of me pool days. So Alec doing what he does best and just moving the white ball a minimal amount as possible. And that's no problem. I reckon he'll just play a plain ball, to be honest. Like, it's pretty thin, and he'll probably try and land exactly where he is now, pretty much. There you go, and he's right behind the ball. He's got a touch of angle, but nothing to stress about. You wouldn't expect him to miss this in a million years, and he will level up the score 1-all. And there's a bit of support in the background too for Alec, in the form of Brenton Collier, who has had a number of sherbets today.
Well, West Coast just lost by a couple of points, mate. They missed 2 shots at goal in the last minute, so he will be... I'm surprised he's not sitting in the corner crying, to be honest.
I might actually just remind him right now.
Hey Bronte, I just heard West Coast missed a couple in front of goal, is that right?
Ladies and gentlemen, if you could see the look on his face right now, I wouldn't want to be Jamie, but it's only Brenton, so there's probably not much to worry about.
He's coming over.
He's coming over.
If it was someone a bit more intimidating, there's no way you'd say that.
I'd actually be running out of my chair now if it wasn't Brenton.
All right, 1-all.
He's just shaking his head. He's a bit devastated for the coast, but he's still got full support for Alec, as you heard in the last frame. Is give him a quick cheer.
Just get the great man, the genius of CueballTV, to update that score. There we are.
And Joel's got balls in. I assume Butters he'll take the yellows. Well, I could be wrong, actually.
Yeah, well, the yellow the yellow down this end's a bit awkward, and it doesn't go anywhere really at this end of the table. He doesn't have a good starter.
Yeah, that's the only reason I think he'll take yellows, is because he's got the starter. But
well, Brenton's just made probably the worst call in cue ball history. So yellows it is. He's only got one.
Joel's out here, mate.
So we've been given commentating lessons here by Brenton Collier. who is also not in the tournament.
He's just angry because West Coast
And he's
lost.
still angry because West Coast lost. Got to try and get on this bottom yellow next, the one closest to the red. Should be able to just come round off one cushion here, play it back in the same pocket. Well, I've got no idea. He's opened it up and he's landed awkward. Now, he doesn't have a lot of options here. Doesn't actually have a shot on here. He might have to take on a double.
So you don't reckon that yellow goes to the top corner, Buzz?
No, I don't.
Well, if that's the case, you can either play the double or chop the yellow who's closest to in the middle, or actually the red's probably in the way of that as well.
Yeah, I think it is. So, oh no, that will actually go.
To the corner or the middle?
In the middle. He's going to be cutting this to the middle. It will go. It will go past that red.
A lot of white ball movement here, so he just needs a good position. But he's only
And
by
he's
4
short.
foot.
He's tried to control the white a bit more, and he's left himself short.
Yeah, and you'll notice too, he jumped up a bit off that shot, sort of a la DC, Donny Colvin. And just for people's, if they care or they don't care, I don't know, but the old schools, Donny Colvin and Paul Morelli actually playing for 500 on another table.
That's probably why Donny ignored me before when I walked past and said, "G'day mate, how you going?"
Probably is.
Thought he was just having a hit.
I actually warned him about not playing it. I actually told him what table to play, and he obviously thought I told him to play on a different table. The table he's playing on actually doesn't suit him at all. I've got a ton on that match, so I'm not real happy about it.
No.
Shot.
Should be pretty right here, Alec.
Yep.
Let's get down to the bottom cushion here.
It was actually quite funny to hear Brendan Sheeran call Alec Dip when Dip is actually Brenton.
Yeah, there is only one dipshit. Oh, look at this.
Look at him layering up here. He's
Playing a
surely not
massive
gonna
from
play
out in the
this
middle
shot.
of the table.
He's just been a clown, surely. He's not going to play this shot.
Yeah, that is a shot Brenton to play. Holding a chair in the other arm.
I don't even actually know why he's playing this shot.
Shot, Dip.
Yeah, I reckon Ace has done that for the cameras.
No, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he's getting some airtime. So this is
So
what Brendan Colley would do.
Everyone should appreciate Alec doing that just for the CueballTV viewers.
Come on, Dip.
He was putting his hand up then for you to shut up, Brent.
He was actually. Yeah, it was a very gentle gesture, wasn't it? It was basically Brent shut hell up.
He's not angry yet. He wants to get on this one in the middle. He won't want to play that last because he doesn't. It doesn't look like the sort of shot where he's going to be able to play it with a lot of pace.
Well, that white ball certainly reacted funny off the rail. No, it didn't. He checked it up with a lot of right-hand side, folks.
And now he's dropped it. He's wasting it too.
I don't know, Jamie. How much has he got of that middle ball? I reckon he'll want to get rid of that soon.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll want to play it last.
He may. I actually think he will play it last, and the only reason I say that is because the transition to the next red will be too hard. So
Well, I can't see him putting it right now.
No, but I think he stuns up just past the yellow in the middle of the table, and then he can chop it in and get the white ball back out.
He only needs to come back out to sort of level with it to have a shot on it. So
Exactly. So he can just stun centre table, and then he can just basically play it off the side cushion.
it's
So-
a tricky shot. I reckon he's too far out.
Nah, he's fine. He's fine, mate. He's
Yeah?
absolutely fine. He can top it in. He's okay.
All right, I'll take your word for it.
It will require a bit of attention. I think the way he's going to look at it is, he's just going to think, as long as I clear the yellow and don't Chinese snooker myself.
He's
I
clearly
can
not
pop this.
overly happy with it.
Well, as I said, I wanted to stun. I wanted to be more to the right hand side if I'm playing this shot.
been informed he can get middle table, no problem.
Well, I agree with it. I think he can. And well, he's actually cannon there.
Well, no one listens to me, Jamie.
Well, I actually would have stunned it. That's what I'm saying. I would have stunned that. But anyway, he's still got a shot at this black, and he knew he would be here when he played this shot. So he's confident to get this ball, and I think he'll
got to be careful going in off in that middle.
Nah, it'll slide too wide on these tables, Butters. You know that.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that.
Jeez, I'll tell you what.
It wasn't far away, mate.
You were. Well, he did hit it harder than I expected.
That's a very good black. Dodged all the pockets.
Yep.
Over there.
All right, so 2-1 Ellie. And my money's actually on him for this match, mate.
Well, it's an interesting match, this, because I think both players are exceptional in regards to having a all-round game. So a good attacking game and a good B game.
I agree, and I agree they're both mentally very strong. But I think Alec knows the game a bit better.
Yeah.
And I think that's the difference.
Alex is the sort of guy too that he just doesn't play in comps like this and put his hard-earned up unless he's just come here to win it. You know what I mean? Like, he just is a freak show.
He doesn't play anything half-assed, that's for sure.
I actually
Here comes a 9-ball cue.
I admire his character, the way he actually. I just don't like his stare when he looks at me. I keep thinking I'm going to get shot.
He's an intimidating bloke, no doubt about it. It's gone dry here, so...
Well, it's only his stare. When he talks to me, I don't feel intimidated, but when he actually stares at me, I feel like I'm going to die.
Mate, if he's straight enough on this one in the middle, he can run straight through, play the ball on the cushion, and then Bob's your uncle, Reds are all there.
Yeah, well, Reds, without a doubt, the shot, the ball's to play.
If he gets on that cushion ball first, one on the right-hand top rail, would have liked to come a bit further. That looked like a funny contact, actually.
Well, this is actually perfect, because he can just drop this in, and then he just comes off the cushion a touch, then he just drops the next ball in, and he will actually pop the ball over the hole next.
A bit more angle than it looked.
It was indeed. I actually thought he just had to drop it in, and he was like right behind it. I thought if you give it a bit, you'd come off the rail about half a foot.
I think he got average contact on the first one when he tried to run through, Jamie, so... Still got to just roll this in, but it's a pressure shot, especially from here, because the yellows are all there.
Yeah, that yellow on the left-hand side cushion doesn't look very nice. It is off the rail a touch, but it's still a tricky ball. But
yeah, he's got a couple of balls over the same pocket to work with though. Now that's a drop, but it hit the rail pretty early.
Yeah.
Would have given him a second's thought.
I think if you're going to play balls down the rail on these tables, that's the way to play them. Just drift them down, because geez, they're hard to play at pace. They really are.
They're an interesting cut, Jamie. He's still on the one over the hole, so he'll probably try and get around it. No, he's come straight back.
That's not ideal.
I find that a little bit interesting.
Well,
he would have wanted a bit more angle on this ball.
Without a doubt, because I don't think you can miss the yellow now.
No, that's right. I think going under it was the best, because you wanted to get finish below it so you could play back up the table.
Yeah, I think the problem with going below it, he was just maybe worrying about hitting the yellow too full and like just staying there.
This is a pretty awkward shot now. Don't think it goes in there, mate.
Yeah, look, he might be able to screw off this enough where he comes off the left-hand side of the yellow it swings the white, but it's going to get close to the corner pocket. I don't think he's actually going to really get any higher
Might
up the
be
table.
playing for the double kiss here. I reckon he was trying to get the. He's cleared that ball. That's a great shot if that's what he was trying to do. He's made it on now. That'll be a very fine cut.
It's extremely thin, and there's no absolute precision control of the white here.
Or you're running straight into that yellow probably. So
do you think it's going to come off the side cushion first? Just clip it, or?
I reckon it'll be pretty close to hitting the yellow, the one that's over the centre, the one he just pointed at with his cue.
Yeah, you're right, Butters. I've had a look at the table. I reckon he's going into a thin. There's no way you can control this and know exactly where the white's going to go.
Yeah, he's cut it.
Oh, I was actually right. It was actually off the side rail.
Yeah,
I need to trust my judgment better.
Well, he cut it. He overcut it a little bit, pinched a bit of pocket. So we were probably both right, Jamie. But he's still in a bit of strife here.
And that was the problem. He never knew exactly where the white was going to go.
Yeah, that's right. So he can play this into the middle, but he's going to have the same problem again with not knowing exactly where the white's going.
This shot into the middle.
My lovely fiance's just turned up to say good day.
But as this shot in the middle
support us in our commentary.
This is off its chops, this shot in the middle. This is thin as hell.
And the white's probably going to run, well, pretty much almost at the same pocket.
I'll tell you what, that was almost massive. That was so thin, that shot. Like, he's actually missed that pot by half a ball. So when you look at how thin he actually had to hit it to make the actual pot,
yeah,
that was thin.
Well, Alex got to be very careful here, because if he leaves it in the up and down, it's in a great position to be potting it out of a snooker. You got a huge pocket there. Alec will no doubt know this.
Yeah, he'll want to block the up and down more than anything.
And he's got plenty of balls to do that. I'm guessing he's trying to, he'll be having a look to see what he can do with this yellow to play safe. Because if you can get rid of this, get the pressure back on Joel, all these balls are open, Bob's your uncle.
He might be able to play as a shot to nothing, Butters.
Yeah, I still don't like leaving him straight across the table, mate.
Well, I guess the thing he's... Oh, that's ducked out a touch. I guess the thing he's thinking is, you know, you go up and down, you drop it in. The black's actually not on.
Well, if I was playing this, Jamie, I'd be trying to play it 2 cushions in the middle, and then the white will drift out over for the black.
Yeah, but the thing is, you need to pick that gap and land to the corner. I actually think getting position on this black's really hard.
If you play 2 cushions and pot it, you pretty much can't miss the gap.
Yeah, but will you land on the black?
Well, you just got to get the pace right then, don't you?
You are right. You're spot on, because you'll go high on that second yellow.
Just keep in mind, Jamie, this is the, I'll tell you what, he's gone straight through. That's the sort of position I leave myself in all the time, mate, so I'm a bit of an expert on that sort of thing.
I don't know those shots too good, you do.
I'll leave myself in that position at least once every 2 frames. A lot more fun, Paul, that way. Simple's boring, mate. No good for the cameras.
Well, this is why I started layering up a bit, mate.
If anyone thinks Jamie's voice has gone a bit funny, it's because he's eating dinner at the moment. He's got to be playing for the top pocket. No, he's played it for the middle.
I think he's just played for anything, really. Like, it's very hard to judge, obviously. He's actually he's got a lot more body movement than I've seen in the last 2 years.
Yeah. He doesn't look as settled.
Well, he hasn't played as many. He hasn't been practicing as much this year, apparently. So that will definitely be attributing to his movement.
Well, Alex shouldn't have much of a drama here. Just got to work these 2 yellows down this end of the table. Make sure they don't trap him. Land awkward. So you'd think he'd stun this, come back for the one in the middle. The left middle, that is. No, just roll this into the corner. Use the one in the middle to drop down behind these two yellows and maybe play one across into the right-hand corner.
Yeah, he's got to deal with those two balls close together as soon as possible.
I think that's what he'll do off his next shot. Wants to land just off straight, and that's about spot on. Just run through, nudge off the rail, and he should be smack bang behind him.
Tell you what, I'm feeling sorry for this cable that's connected to my headset right now. It's getting a bit of a lasagna workout.
We don't get to see Alec at a lot of tournaments these days, so we don't get to commentate him too often, but it's great to see that Jerry Seinfeld look is still going, isn't it?
I actually really rate his game so highly.
Oh,
he's just a master of simplifying outs.
The guy's a genius, mate. Most successful player in Australia, without a doubt.
Absolutely, and probably second to him would probably be Benny Noonan.
Yeah, I don't think anyone can match the amount of things he's won in this country, that's for sure. I think he's pretty much won everything several times.
He has.
Except the big guns.
Well,
because that started after he was basically in semi-retirement. So.
Is this his first big guns match?
No.
So he did play another year?
He played at Prince's.
See, I didn't play that year, so I didn't actually... that was when I was in retirement, Butters.
Yes. You've been in retirement for about 6 years. You just keep turning up to play in the stateside, mate.
2 years, mate, and I am back now, mate. I'm enjoying the game again.
You are back. You're hitting the ball very well, mate. It's good to see. And good finish from Alec there, so he puts him 3-1 up.
And this is
a very handy start for him.
This is nothing unusual to Joel to be down at the start of a match, because pretty much every match he's played today and yesterday he was down.
But against this sort of opponent, as he's been playing for the last few matches, you still need them to start making a few mistakes to get back into it. And Alec's not the sort of bloke to do that very often.
Yeah, he's one bloke that doesn't make many mistakes.
Yeah, I'm not saying he won't, but I'm saying it'd be less than likely.
He also, as he gets the business end of tournaments, does lift a gear.
Whereas Joel pretty much plays the same way all the time. That's a good break. Yellow's looked the goods only because of this bottom left pocket, mate. With the black sitting there, you knock a yellow in now and you're automatically favourite.
Absolutely.
Regardless of what you do with your next shot.
Well, he's going to want to get rid of that yellow that's to the above centre, closest to bulk, on the right hand side of the table.
He's got to knock one in first though, because he didn't get one off the break. And he wants to leave the middle ball there, so he might just stun out on this and play a double.
It's a nice little opening pot, that.
Yeah. Play the double, then run the other one directly below that ball down this rail, provided the double goes in.
I'd actually give this a bit, Butters, just to swing the white around a bit, get yourself back centre table.
I reckon you just nudge it, come out a bit. Something like that.
Now, the only reason I would have given it a bit is you don't really have an easy ball here. You just bring the white ball back to its natural angle. It goes more to the left, and you've got that ball in the middle of the table, probably the right corner.
I think if this just hangs over the hole, he'd be pretty happy, mate.
Yeah, right, and Joel has not been afraid to play the tactical game or force the tactical game.
Oh,
and I know exactly how he feels there, because I certainly am one to have done that. But
well, Alec's got to take the yellow and cover the black.
I think this is a losing option if he does this.
Well, the only reason I don't is because it can get a bit awkward in the middle of the table here with that half-covered middle pocket.
Yeah, that is a very, very good shot.
That's a fantastic shot.
I just felt that potting the yellow there was just basically giving 2 shots on the black.
Yeah, could be. But as it is, now Joel needs to do something with his pocket because Ali could be able to squeeze the red in or jam the yellow out.
Yeah, and the shot I can see here, Bud, is just pot this ball in the middle and give yourself a shot on either of these 2 yellows to basically punch it on the black at pace and just basically send a couple of balls flying.
Yeah, you'd rather play the lower one that he can't do now. But if you get it half ball, from our view, the left-hand side of the black, it'll come out. Because you don't want to leave anything over that pocket if you don't have to.
No.
It could get tangled up in the reds. So
I think if he hits this hard enough, most of the stuff should spread away, and he'll still have a blinking ball and over the bottom corner.
The red's a good chance of clearing up the other red.
So he gives it a bit.
That's what I was saying. It's going to come straight across here. It's not ideal.
I think he's actually underhit it, to be honest. Like, I actually really did feel he had to give that a fair bit.
You know what, he may have to. I don't think he will, but he could take this ball over the hole and then jam that other yellow and clear the pocket. But he'll probably just cut this in the middle and try and nudge the black across.
Well,
if you can get any contact on the black, Ali can't really go game.
I think he's just going to try and land on the bottom rail and just play the plant, just play a natural position on the thing. What would I know? This is the danger. This is why I actually didn't like the contact.
Yeah, I still would have played the same shot, Jamie.
Yeah, this is the only reason I didn't like it, and that's because I am such a control freak.
Yeah, he has to play off the cushion and nudge the other yellow. That's the shot.
It's a very good shot.
He's still in control.
And I'll tell you, I like it when Joel speeds up a bit. I really do. I like it when he speeds up his game.
I like it when he plays stuff that I'd play, because normally he's just very methodical and plays just the percentage shot every time.
Yeah, it's true. But when he actually, there was one match last year that he actually sped right up, and it was actually against Mick Scary, and he actually annihilated Mick. And he got a rhythm I've never actually seen him have before. And it's the only time I've ever seen him do it, so maybe you should try that again.
I don't think rhythm can hurt anyone, and I think guys that make sure of every shot anyway, they're probably the best guys to play with a faster rhythm, because they're still not going to make the silly errors. You know, I get in a good rhythm sometimes, and I don't stop to think enough of the shots I'm playing. All of a sudden I've played a reverse cut with check side to go off 17 rails to land in a gap, and then stand back and go, why did I attempt that? But guys like this aren't going to play that. They're not going to do that sort of thing. So, safety from Ellie.
It's a very good shot. Those sort of little shots are very much forgotten by a lot of players these days. You'll find your younger gen are all about maybe still making the out like before that shot was played, and just sort of somehow producing or manufacturing a kick out on the black or position on the black. Those simple shots are forgotten so easily.
Well, that's exactly what I was saying. That with that red where it is near the middle pocket, I'd be trying to go game all day long, because I think I can extract the black with that ball.
I actually wouldn't have even played that shot myself. I would have had a dip there, but I think that was actually the right shot.
But these two are in the tournament, and we're not.
Yeah, and Joel's actually, I didn't actually think he could get that in and leave a good save.
It was a little push shot, I think.
It was, yeah, and how dare I not pick that up, since I love the push shot.
So we should tell them that was a foul.
So a little flick off, and Butters, your plan's now going to come into play, where he's going to leave that ball over the middle of the last, just with an angle to just stun offside cushion to get behind the black.
I wouldn't have left it till last. I would have tried to do it while this ball's still over the hole. The red is closest to it. I'd be playing that shot with that red where it is. So if you get caught up, you've still got a ball.
Yeah, but I don't think you actually had much of a choice there, but to flick off it thin and only leave this ball. And, well, that's overrun a touch, is it?
No, he's
okay.
all good. He'll just be low enough on it to stun out. Probably a bit close to the cushion for comfort, but I reckon he'll manage.
He gives his cue a bit of a wank.
Yeah, bit of a clean up.
And you're right, he will jack up a touch on this, I think. Oh, he must have a good angle here.
No, he's probably just going to run through off one cushion.
I thought he was actually a bit straighter than this, but no, Butters, you're reading the game 10 times better than I am right now.
Yeah, you just play this off 2 cushions, trying to come around to centre table.
Now this is the shot, this sort of shot here is the shot that's been undoing a lot of top line players not getting position because the cushions are killing them a little bit.
But the good thing is you can control the pace of this with side as much as the cushions.
And that is
That's
under
perfect.
hit. That is under hit.
Spot on.
He needed to be off the rail there.
I reckon that's off the rail, but I reckon that's the angle you want.
Yeah, if he's actually a foot off that rail, he can actually just stun off the red or even maybe a little soft screw and land on that back cushion for that black. It's interesting too, because some players would play, if, you know, obviously the white was off, some players would play for the kick out.
You know what he can do here? He can just play the double and drift down and land fat on it.
Well, I think he might get a bit close to the black, Butters. He might get just a bit too close to the black. You really want to be a foot away from it.
Yeah, I reckon he's just going to.
If he does this, then he can get down there because he's obviously stunning the white down. But playing ball, I think he gets a bit close. But this is the only shot, to double and stun down. Oh, he's missed that double by a kilometre.
Oh, look at this. Oh, I'll tell you what. Rolled 1 more inch and he was looking all right.
So, Joel, the most important shot here, obviously, is when you come out here, you leave an angle where you're high on the yellow, so you can stun on the black on the bottom rail. Yeah. So many people just drop this in, go cross table. Oh no, I don't have a very good angle.
Just screw back, get caught a ball on the black. That'll come through the gap nicely, Jamie. Land you high on the yellow.
You're a genius. I wouldn't. That is a shot you would play, and definitely not me. And well, Joel's gone the complete opposite way that I sort of played and gone, how about I don't move the white ball at all?
That's the safest way to go. He probably would have wanted another inch or two, but he'll be all right.
I think he's actually perfect. He just run through.
Yeah, he was a touch high, but it was
right.
okay.
You're actually spot on there. He would have liked to have been just a little bit less straight.
But you don't want to come up, if you're going around that way either, you don't want to be too high.
No, that's right. You cannon the black, and then you trust to a good result, like a good cannon. And these shots are missable at the best of times, but I do expect him to get this.
Yeah, we'll back him in.
And it goes.
And 3-2, 3-2, Alec. A nice little tactical battle, that one.
Ace is the one that beat Joel when
Oh. So you know as well, in case you didn't, Joel actually made his way to the loser side courtesy of Alec.
Yes, he did.
So this is basically a rematch.
Well, Alec's done well. He's knocked off Kurt, the current Australian champion. He knocked him off twice too.
He did indeed, and I think that once again is just due to the all-round game. Very solid cleaning up, but extremely solid B game as well.
Yep, fantastic table knowledge, mate. Knows everything there is to know about the game. Can make big outs, can beat anyone in a safety battle. And can spread pretty well with the 9-ball cue that he loves breaking with, mate. And he's moved position because he didn't get a ball off his last one. So he's changing it up. So just want to control the white.
Oh, that was a terrible split.
Yeah, and he's hit him hard.
And just a reminder as well, obviously the winner of this match will then play Scott Matthews, who fell victim to Rusty Wheeler at the final hurdle for the double chance. And, well, if Scotty's smart, and I haven't seen him in the room, he's probably disappeared to his room as well for a quick kip and then get up and have some refreshments to keep his energy levels up and his...
Well, it's reds for me here, Jamie, but he can't get one.
Well, I think that yellow on the left there will drop in the middle, and he opens up the other yellow now. I think he's out.
I reckon he's on it now. Well, if he's just landed on his worst ball, he'd be pretty happy.
Have seen these drift across the lip a bit this weekend.
He'll want to get high.
Actually, that's very tough.
He'll want to get back out to where one of these yellows are, so he can play one in the middle to get back down. To get up the table for those other two.
Yeah, I think he might deny this ball in the middle. It's actually real tough. Now there is,
I'm right behind it. I reckon it's all right.
They've been rolling across the lip because the lip on these are pockets of 0 in the middle.
He may clear up this end. It wouldn't be. No, he's gone for it now. I don't like his angle, but it's a very good shot. Gets rid of his dead ones. Not dead ones, but gets rid of his 2 trouble balls at the other end of the table.
Absolutely. The real trouble ball is this other one that the white's closest to now.
Yeah. It goes. I reckon it goes both ways. But
you really want to be on the left-hand side of it because the red gets in the way.
You can't get position on anything. Yeah, you're right.
And I think he's just lined up and thought, you know what, I've just worked that out myself. I do not want to be playing it on this side of the table, but I don't have a choice.
No, he's going to
Looks
punch
like
it.
Laying it up.
He's going to.
Oh, he's queuing. Looks like he's laying it up.
No, he's just used a bit of rail to pinch. So this is.
I'm not actually understanding that shot there, Butters, because even if he just stuns out, plays the same shot, but just stuns out, he could land it there.
But if he stuns out, he's going to hit the red. If he puts anything other than plain ball or top on it, he's going to nudge this red, and he's going straight into the other red or the middle pocket.
Well, I think he's in the red regardless. So even if he gets higher on the white, I just don't understand why he's decided to play it.
Yeah, I can't see a very controlled shot here.
Well, he's jacking up. So I think what's going to happen is he's just going to try and hold the white where it is and play the bottom of the 3 yellows.
Still going to come through.
Well, he could get the gap.
He's got through the gap clean. How good is that shot?
Not bad, but he's probably overrun a touch more than he wanted, but
he'll deal with it.
I reckon he'll play this yellow long, Butters.
It's not on. Oh, yeah, it is. Doesn't look it on the screen, but I think it goes up the top, does it? Oh, you're talking about the one over the pocket.
The one near the pocket, yeah. Although that was before I actually said that, I was assuming the yellow passed the black.
I reckon he can hit this just hard enough to stun out.
Really? Oh, jeez, I don't agree with that, mate. That shot is tight.
I didn't say you could do it, mate. I said I just think it goes.
If he stuns out of this, it's a super shot because this is actually pretty tight.
Well, we're about to find out because that's what he's doing.
Oh, he couldn't stun it.
Yeah, that missed the jaw by an inch.
Yeah, but that wasn't easy, I'm telling you.
But that's what he was trying to do. He's just lifted as he's hit it.
Yeah, he definitely didn't want to land there. He really wanted to be past the red. So I'm not sure what he's got here.
Well, he's got the cutback, or he's got the yellow thin ball off the red that it's straight in line with, and play a cannon. But he's going the cut shot. That's a great shot.
That is more than a great shot. The position on that is brilliant.
Well, he's played a couple of big cut shots where we think he's running the white everywhere, and he's controlled them all perfectly, mate.
Yeah, he's queuing to play the soft screw shot is immaculate.
And I reckon Alec thought he was getting a chance about 4 times here. That's a fantastic out.
It was a very, very good out.
He's in trouble all the way there. Well, that's why it's called big guns, mate. So that's what all these players are capable of doing.
And 3-all, and
3-all.
This is going to be a long match, Butters.
I say Alec's been a little bit stiff. He's spread him not as well last time, but the time before he spread him really well, and he's had 2 dry breaks.
The break's been pretty hardcore and unforgiving in a lot of these matches.
For the whole weekend, mate.
Yeah, some have got away with it, some haven't.
But Joel seems to have it figured out.
Jeez, he seems to get the balls over the corners a lot, doesn't he? But has he got a ball there?
Cut this red in the middle. The one out in the zone. I reckon that's identical to his last break where he's left a red there and the black there.
Pretty much, yeah. And you're right, and if he gets his shot right and the cannon's favourable, he should get, well, I shouldn't say he should go going because he's still got that red. It's sort of the lowest of the reds. The one not over the pocket, of course.
He does, but if he clears the red that's actually over that pocket, he can force that red off the yellow.
Or he could double it onto the red over the pocket as well. If he gets an angle, he can just like land sort of just below the middle pocket, play just plain ball double across.
Yeah, well, he
That's
could even get behind it now and play the plan.
Yep. So he's got a lot of options available to him.
He can just slide through here and play that shot if he wants to.
And to me, it looks like Joel has decided I'm going to speed up a bit.
Well, he's not going to be happy with this.
No.
Face cut, Jamie. I don't see many options.
I would say yes normally, but because the rail slides so much, you've actually got to hit it much thinner than you normally would. But you're right, there's not a lot of options available, so he may have to. I mean, he can dislodge the yellow if he wants to, and just kick it.
Looks like that's what he's doing.
Oh, jeez, he's
Played
almost
that
played
nicely.
that perfect.
Alex, well,
I tell you what, you go over with that at all because Alex can clear here because
if Alex got
big pocket for the black.
that's right. If he's got a starter though,
I'm pretty sure he can pot the yellow that he's close.
just cut that in.
And what he's actually checking now is just these two balls that are stuck to one another in the middle. I'm very sure that one of them the right hand side of the two goes to the middle. Yeah,
I'll tell you
positive.
what, if he plays this with bottom running side, he'll get back over into those balls anyway.
Well, I'm not actually sure that he need to move that. If surely his plan was to double the black anyway.
He must be on this ball in the middle.
I think he's actually swung that a bit too much, maybe, or maybe he wanted to do that to hold the white.
This has to be on, otherwise he wouldn't have left himself anywhere near
Oh,
there.
this is definitely on. I've checked it. Like a boss, I've checked it.
He's got a bit of work to do with the white. He might have to come up and down, but he's got huge areas to land in.
No, I was just going to say he may even stun and just hold the white, but I'm pretty sure he will go up and down here. Anywhere past the blue spot is perfect.
Mate, we've Ronnie Brown from Orlando, Florida, is watching cue ball at the moment. So, g'day to our American friend.
Oh, good on you, Ronnie.
That's,
And I'm
very
not sure
nice
how you
to
actually
see.
discovered CueballTV being in the US, mate, given you guys are proficiently using the
American
9-ball
tables.
style and the cup and the square cut pockets. But that's great to see international people online.
I just recloth 3 of those tables today, Jamie. So that was a hell of a lot of fun instead of being here playing pool.
In fact, Steve looked at me as if to say he might have something to do with that. So all this.
So he's just got to land.
It looks pretty good, Butters.
Pretty much there, mate. All he had to do was not come too close to it.
Yep, and everything we spoke about this whole ad all comes down to what we brought out earlier, and that's let's double the black inside the red over the right pocket.
And if he lands an inch or two under it, he'll be perfect. Even the back rail will be fine. He'll be happy with.
I wouldn't want to be on the back rail.
Yeah,
I
but
want to be pretty straight.
He'll be aiming for the back rail because he won't want to be. He'll want to make sure he's low enough. That's perfect.
I am trying to overcut this.
Now, I'm telling you, on these tables, these have a tendency of coming off dead straight.
Oh, thank you, Butters. You are the only person in the room that agrees with my theory on these doubles. Everyone else thinks they're throwing wide. I'm the only person that thinks they're straightening up.
But if they square up very easily,
they do.
I've said
And
it
this is the
before.
sort of shot it does square up on. And even if you do overcut it, you come off the bottom cushion off the red. So
Yeah!
Hit that perfect.
Come on, Alex.
and,
Maybe we just can't play him, mate. That's a very good out from Alec.
And out he had to play. He didn't really have a choice. There was no point running scared there and trying to pick up two. You had to attack the balls.
Well, after the out Joel just made, especially,
Exactly.
he had to answer him
respond.
and go, I can do it too, mate. The mental battle continues. Well, we've got Mick Hill in the background watching, mate, sitting right behind the scorecards. Scorecards are that way, mate.
Oh yes, he is too. You can't quite see his face, but he's pretty much where that Q is sitting next to the 3-all sign. That's his legs.
So there you go, everyone. What a treat for the viewers. Mick Hill's legs.
Can't see his head, and that could be a good thing for everyone.
Does it get any better than this? So Alec to break. He'll be changing spots again, I'm guessing. And he is.
He's gone a bit straighter this time.
Yeah, so he's gone from the middle, from the side, and now he's halfway. And I said he won't be tickling him.
Oh wow, and he's topped through and got a bit stiff.
That is an absolutely beautiful break. A few clusters left, which will make him a bit happier to see. But
I'll tell you what,
he will
Joel
be filthy
can
with
actually play this red in the middle and just can on the yellow and promote the other red over the middle.
Tricky shot, but if you do it, everything's open.
And look at that bang, he puts the white ball straight there.
Jamie's, you've got to speak more quietly, mate. He heard that.
He just picked it up. He said, Jamie, you're an idiot. Oh, hang on, no, you're all right, mate.
Now he's walking around thinking, I'm going to lose a frame here because I've listened to Jamie Stevens, so I better make this work.
Well, if you actually did listen to me, you'll probably miss this pot. But I think this looks perfect to me. But the problem is, like you said, you do have to give this a bit. You've got to force the yellow into the red and promote it.
Either that, yeah. Or just...
Well, he may not have even been able to do that.
Well, he could have, because he could have moved the white. He didn't have to play it from exactly there. But he's in a bit of froth and bubble now.
He is.
He's got to take on the double, Jamie.
Yeah, he has no choice at all. And you've got to be careful not to go in off the yellow here, too, off the side cushion. He's going to go the other way.
He's going the other way.
Surely this is a safety shot, screwing down the rail. I'm actually positive he was trying to screw down the rail there inside the reds.
I reckon that yellow below that red will just sneak into that
These two having
pocket.
a chat here. What's going on here?
What's going on?
I'm not sure. They're having a chat.
I reckon Joel was thinking he had two. Joel's thinking he had two shots.
Oh, you are kidding me.
He must have.
He did. That's the only explanation for that shot, because it was a very strange shot to leave your opponent.
All right, so we'll take everything back we said about Joel then, apart from his memory. Well, if that was a shot he was playing with two shots, it was a great shot.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. Just the one ball to deal with, Alec. And it's the one just above the left centre pocket. He's looking at that ball. I said, I think it'll go. I just poked my head over. I reckon it's pretty close.
I would not be surprised, though, if Alec gets himself on a bit of a shot to nothing on that ball on the rail and just runs it down over the kick. If it goes in, then he goes game. If he doesn't, then he wins.
We will see. That's what he's done.
This is what he's doing. This is the right shot, in my opinion.
So this is the money shot right here. Gets this in, he goes game.
Absolutely. Even if it goes over the kick, he's maybe looking pretty good, but that red might pass to the right corner. So
Yeah, that's right.
He's missed. Oh, jeez, I can't believe that went in. He missed
that. He missed that, and it's still winning. So good shot. That's table knowledge for you.
That didn't happen for me all day.
You probably hit him as hard as I do. Just pop out into the middle here. Just like that.
So he'll pop the ball in the middle first, just because he's already on it.
Because he can.
No point playing the ball in the corner and then falling short and having a horrible shot in the middle, so you might as well get rid of this first.
And it also means you can get a lot closer to your last ball playing off the one in the corner instead of the one in the middle. So
would have liked to have come out a little bit more than that.
This is a much better transitional ball than the one in the middle. which usually isn't the case.
Would you like to come out another foot there, Butter, so you can just screw straight back?
Well, without the red being up there where it is, Jamie, I'd be quite happy to play this shot off 2 cushions, but if you do that, that red comes into play.
Exactly right. That's why I thought it coming out. But you might check it up off the roll, but that will kill the wide a
He
little
might
bit.
he might even just screw past it like that.
Yes. And I just don't play those shots because I always go off.
He's played that nicely. He'd be keen to get this frame now too. Joel's just played a couple of ripper frames with one huge out.
And this angle he's got is dead set perfect to just drag in.
Just a little stunt. And he's fat as you would like to be. And that gives him his 2 frame buffer back, Jamie. So,
Not almost halfway there for the match.
yeah. Oh, tell you what.
Jeez.
It's
He looks around and does the lip curl. Just to get a reaction.
No
out of
need to
Brett
explain what
Collier.
happened then. Alec said it all.
And Brett Collier has almost got his shopping bags out.
What are we talking about? Why is that not bad or? I don't understand that. So I've always done that. So why are we switching it on you?
Do you not understand the John Bag's call? Have you ever seen a bloke go to the gym after he's done his work and walks on the floor? I've never been to the gym, so you know.
So anyway, reluctantly, I'm bringing in James Darhalany because he beat me to put me out of this comp. Now he's had a few sherbets and he's put the microphone on backwards, so he hasn't got off to a good start. But anyway, welcome to the commentary box there, Della. And obviously you would be backing Della here, backing Alec here with a bit of South Australian pride. And that's winning. He does know how to win. And it's an important aspect of the game. It sounds funny to hear someone say, oh, this guy knows how to win, because obviously the way to win is obviously pot all the balls in the black. But there are obviously a lot of frames where the B game comes into play, and that is knowing how to win, is to manipulate your opponent into playing the shots you want them to play. And that is a very important aspect of the game, because it's not every single frame is break and pot out, even though we want it to be. Yeah, and I call this to be a real long match because of that, because I had a feeling there might end up being a few tactical frames just due to the nature of both players. Alec, obviously, he just covered that pocket where the yellow is down the bottom there, just to sort of stem Joel's flow of being able to make a really simple out. And I think that black as well is probably tied up. It doesn't go to the right middle, so either you need to manufacture or just get right behind on the right hand side of the table. but unfortunately he's just nudged that red tight onto the black now. And that black is out of commission. I mean, it still goes to the left middle, but he does have a yellow there, though. That if he does decide, depending on what Alex does here, obviously, if he gets an opportunity to go game next shot, he has a yellow over the middle. It's real simple to just cannon the black if he just gets the right angle. And we spoke earlier, James, that this game's all about just minute little angles. And we had a chat about our match earlier, how basically we just kept chopping up shots that require just simple little angles and to make the game a bit easier on ourselves. And it's the case with every single match that you play. Yeah, when I look at these balls too, to me the yellow on the side cushion, you can basically play it down the rail. It will hit the red and pop the other yellow anyway, and the other yellow will still promote. But the key to that, obviously, is he's got to play an opening shot. I'd like to see him play this shot full committed and run through, so that way he's got the shot to the middle for the black cannon. And he does indeed do that. Good shot, and now he has the cannon. If he can actually hit the red here and not the black, that will be perfect. Absolutely, and then he has a big show of making this out. Well, he's stunned onto it, but he's still okay. In fact, it's actually better than okay because he's straight on the ball on the rail immediately. And Butters has returned, and he's filthy because Jimmy's jumped in his seat. Oh, is he on this? Even if he's not, he can still get cross table.
Thank God. I didn't know. I wasn't told to turn it on.
So anyway,
Stan's fault.
Jimmy and I have been commentating, but apparently you can only hear me because Jimmy's mic was, not only did he put it on backwards, he hasn't even turned it on.
Testing.
I think we're okay now though. So the Ginger Ninja is in action.
Look.
Welcome to the commentary box, Jimmy.
And guys, I'll run you through this A, B. There's not even a C involved in this out, but this is just how I roll. Look at Joel. Look at him go. Oh, rock solid. Look at that.
I'll tell you what, I saw him miss 2 of these against Steve Gray earlier today, so I'm not discounting it.
He's a chance from here.
I may have said that a bit loud because he's less than 2 metres away from me when I said that. And in goes the black, and Joel,
rock solid.
He's levelled up after a 2-frame gap.
He's just good at winning the games that no one else wants to win, is old Jolie.
Well, I think both players are, and that's why we're going to have a bit of a slower match, and it wouldn't surprise me if this went to the wire. And Jimmy has had enough. He's done his 2 minutes and 14 seconds with the mic actually turned on.
Well, that was special comments from
Actually,
James
he's actually
Callahunty,
filthy because he can't find his
who
drink.
stole me seat. Thank you very much, Jimmy, for giving me that seat back. We can't have players that are too good in the commentary box, mate. They might make us look bad. Bit of an amateur there, mate, not turning his mic on when he sat down.
I didn't realise you turned off because I got told not to turn him off because it gets a bit of feedback. And so maybe you've stitched him up there, Butters, not even knowing that he was going to come to the mic. He may never come back again now.
I plan ahead, mate. I said to Danny, don't give anyone my seat, but he can't say no to the great James Delahunty. And I understand that.
And as his old man says, nobody sits down in a chair and puts the microphone on backwards and then doesn't even turn it on like James.
Nobody commentates like James Delahunty.
Correct. And again.
And I'll tell you what, Mick went out pretty, I think he went out second round in the winners' half, and he was playing for about a day and a half after that. He won quite a few matches.
Who was that, sorry?
Mick Delahunty.
Yeah, no, I don't think Mick's actually obviously playing as much as he used to. And, yeah, obviously not in top form.
Anyway, that's a great shot from Alec. He's opened up those 2 yellows, and he's also got a ball off the break and kept the wide on the table, which he will be absolutely stoked with.
And this scores 5-all too.
No, I think Joel just won the last one to go 5-4.
I actually thought he won 2 in a row to go 5-all, but I could be wrong. I mean, they're not going to get the score wrong, so maybe I've muffed it up.
Yeah. No,
that's not the first time I've done that.
Well, it's either they're wrong and we're wrong and you're right.
I'm going to go with I'm wrong. That's usually the case on CueballTV.
That's where my money is too, Jamie. He's got a little bit of traffic to deal with here. Just dropped straight down between the red and black here. Oh, he's, tell you what.
Just made it.
I reckon he's just okay.
Yeah, look, Brendan might as well just like hurdle the bloody table and sit on it. He got that close to it, then just check that shot.
Well, 75 litres of alcohol have made him over the West Coast loss. And that is absolutely beautiful.
It is, and don't be surprised if he just stuns into the red here that's next to the right hand side of the black.
Does the yellow go past that red?
I'm sure
or does he have to get back past?
Well, actually, that's a good call, Butters. Maybe it doesn't. Oh, gee, I think it does.
I don't know, mate.
Oh, actually,
I don't reckon it does if he's playing it like this.
I agree with you now. Oh, what a shot that is.
That is a fantastic shot.
That actually annoys me because I can't even play that shot.
Now, he should be right, just...
he is just spear chucked that, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He's just gone fishing with that.
He's got to cue this shot well. This is awkward. He's just got to put a touch of running side on it to make sure the yellow comes up.
Well, he could even play
towards
this
the left a bit. Yeah, he could, but he won't want to. Or he'll play up through the gap and play it in the corner. Yeah, he's played that beautifully.
Yeah, and
very good cueing.
He reaffirms his 2-frame lead, even though I'm still, I don't know why, I think it's 5-all.
Now, the last bloke he played in this pocket wiped his feet on the way in, Jamie. So I reckon he'll play a bit wider this time.
Actually, the key to potting in these middles is to aim for the far draw. I figured that out very early on in the piece.
Yeah, no, he still played it pretty tight, but he's hit it very nicely. So 6-4 keeps his 2-frame, gets his 2-frame buffer back. 2 frames isn't a big deal early, Jamie, but when it's getting further on in the match, those 2 frames wouldn't have looked like much at 3-1 to Joel, but they're going to look a lot more if it's, 9-7.
Exactly right. As the match progresses, if their score continues to be a 2-frame buffer as it gets to the 9-7, 10-8 sort of affair, then the lack of mistakes required is 0.
And as I said earlier, Alec's not the sort of bloke that's going to tighten up and miss stuff he shouldn't. So.
And they're just taking a quick break, so I will do so myself and be back shortly, and hopefully Jimmy does just try and sit in my seat.
Yeah, well, you did right. I'll do the same.
Nah, if I'm not in with Jamie, I'm not in. I'm out. Out. Oh, well, forget it. I don't even like Butters. Don't even like Butters. As for Butters, what a fucking asshole.
I wouldn't speak about that as that way if I actually